My name is Mona Bains. I'm working as the Principal Consultant with Akkam Immigration and Allied Services, and today I am here to give you some details about Canadian immigration programs. We all know the Canadian immigration program is called as the Express Entry Program, where you can go forward in three ways. Firstly, you can get an invite directly from the federal government through the point system, where we all know the points have not dropped below about 430 points, and this program has been going on for the last 2 years. So many of the applicants who come in, they ask us that if we are below 400 points, then how do we move forward? Now the only way for these applicants to move forward is if they get an LMIA. LMIA is something called as the Labour Market Impact Assessment, which is not the same as LMO. A lot of clients feel LMIA and LMO are the same things. LMIA is basically an assessment where they tell you that yes, your kind of jobs are available in the country, and it is highly likely that when you come down to the country, you will have a job for you. Whereas LMO, which is Labour Market Opinion, is a job offer from a company where you can come and work with the company for a certain period of time. LMO does not lead to PR, whereas LMIA does lead to PR because it just gives you those 600 additional points in the pool of CRS, that is your comprehensive ranking system, and you move ahead with the PR program. But getting an LMIA is not easy. If let's say 10 applicants apply, there is a chance of only about 10 to 20% of the applicants getting an LMIA. So what happens to the other applicants? These other applicants who are not crossing 400 points and are in the pool for a long time need to go ahead with provinces. Provinces open and close at different intervals of time, and these provinces have their own quotas, they have their own point system, they have their own skill requirement. So if you're falling under one of them, then only you can go ahead with the province. There has been a lot of hype regarding the SINP program. The SINP program is the Saskatchewan Immigration Nomination Program. A lot of clients come and ask us that do we qualify for this program, how do we move forward? So today in this video, I just want to give you a brief outline of this program so that if you feel that you qualify, get in touch with us. Let us evaluate your profile and tell you whether it is possible for you to move ahead with SINP or not. So SINP program, if you want to know more details about this program, so before you visit us, you can also get into the website of Canada, which is saskatchewan.ca. When you get into this website itself will give you a lot of details. This website will tell you the categories under which you can qualify for this program. The first category is the International Skilled Worker category. Now this is the category where most of the clients qualify. Under this category, you will have varying kind of profiles like IT professionals, engineers, then you will have finance people, marketing, and there are also certain semi-skilled profiles. For example, your electricians, welders, and those kind of profiles are also listed. So have a look at those profiles and see whether you're falling under those skilled occupation listed under SINP or not. The secondly is the entrepreneur program, which is basically a business category where you have to invest a certain amount of money in the province to get a permanent residency. This is not for everyone. This is basically from business-oriented people. Then the third category is the farming category. Now this is there for people who have already existing farming lands in India. Either they can buy new ones by investing more money, or they can sell their farming lands in India and invest in the SINP. So this is basically for the farmers, because the government wants farmers to come down, cultivate those lands and become a use to the province itself. So this again will not cater to many of us looking at this video. The fourth one is Saskatchewan experience. Now there are certain profiles which have already worked in Saskatchewan for a certain number of years, minimum 1 year. So if any one of you has worked in Saskatchewan, you get certain additional points for doing so, and you get into a specific category. And it is much easier for you to go forward if you work in the province. But most of the clients or people who are interested in immigration fall under the first category. So again, I like to repeat myself. Please go through this particular link, which is saskatchewan.ca, and see whether you fall under any of these categories. If you fall under this first category, second, third, or fourth, call us up. Our website is www.akkam.in. speak to a consultant. We do not charge anything for consultation. They will analyze your profile, tell you how much you qualify under, what are your requirements, and if you feel you can move forward, then come and visit us. Now, many clients also ask this question, why SINP? So, the first thing I'd like to say is, SINP firstly is a very easy application to go forward because it's an online application. This application earlier had no cost. But yes, there are certain changes which have come into picture from April 2017-18. That is that there is a fee of $300 for every application file, and this fee was not there. So make use of it before they increase this fee again. Secondly, when we talk about the competitive time frame, now what happens is each of the provinces open up at different intervals. They have their quotas, they need skilled people coming into their provinces. Now they are competitive among each other. Each province wants the best of people to come into their province. So they are highly competitive, where they will pick up the applications fast if they need you. So it's not that like it's the CRS where you put in your application and you don't know whether you go forward or you won't go forward. In SINP, the applications go pretty fast. And then there is also assistance from the government. For example, let's say we file in your application for SINP and the government feels no, they need more details from you, or your application is a very promising application and they want to take it forward, then they would be giving you assistance to move forward. And also what happens is that this is basically like a work-through program. Once your application gets into SINP, then the SINP, what it does is it hands over your application to IRCC. What IRCC does is, if they feel your application is good enough to move to SINP, they will not even want you to wait for your PR application. They will straight away give you a work permit. And this work permit is not only for you but for your family. You can come, work there, your kids can study, you have all the benefits of like what you are staying in Canada, you get the similar benefits, but yes, not the PR benefits, but all the benefits of a work permit. And in the meantime, you are there on a work permit, your PR application is processed. So the waiting time is also less because IRCC will give you a work permit and then later convert it into PR. Very less number of provinces are giving you this option. Now there is one question that is asked by many of our clients, what is the IELTS required? IELTS required for SINP is much lower than required for the open nomination, the CRS program, or many other provinces also. This is an online application, it is a PR application, it has lower IELTS requirements, it is an application which is online and specifically for international skilled workers. So friends, we need to use this program. It's opened up in April, and this program will open and close at different intervals on the quotas. Once the quotas finish, it will close down, again they will be open. But it's online. So if we have your file ready with us, as soon as the quota opens, we can file for you within a span of 24 to 48 hours. So please get in touch with us. This is www.akkam.in, and you can even call us up or you can email us with your requirements and we'll take it forward.